Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunup. I'm Lyndall Stout. We join you from the state capitol today, where people from across Oklahoma are here talking about and celebrating OSU agriculture. We'll have more a little bit later in the show. But first, it is shaping up to be quite an active tick season in our state for both livestock and humans.
Oklahoma livestock producers will have a challenging year this year with the extent of ticks that they're going to be dealing with. We already have cattle producers that have major Gulf Coast tick problems, sometimes called ear ticks in cattle. And so when they have that, they're going to have to probably treat those animals. If they don't, they'll cause a condition called gotch ear. And ticks are a pasture problem, so it's not necessarily the extent of what you do on the animal, but it's essentially trying to figure out how bad your tick population is going to be for this year and seeing if you can rotate out of a problem pasture. In Oklahoma, we have two types of ticks, soft ticks and hard ticks, and the majority of ticks that we're going to see coming out from now until the end of the summer are hard ticks. Those are going to include the Lone Star tick, the American dog tick, and the Gulf Coast tick that would be biting both livestock and humans. Our biggest concern would be both the Lone Star tick and the American dog tick, because those two are involved in tick-borne pathogens. Oklahoma is a hotbed for tick-borne diseases, but where we really have an advantage is we don't have hardly any Lyme disease in Oklahoma, because the tick that transmits that is the black-legged tick, or more commonly called the deer tick. And it tends to feed on reptiles in its immature stages, and in some cases as an adult they'll feed on reptiles. In contrast, up in the Northeast and Midwest, this same tick is around but feeding on mice. And mice are what we call reservoir for the pathogen that causes Lyme disease. So we don't have much Lyme disease in Oklahoma, but what we do have are what we call our spotted fever rickettsiosis, which includes Rocky Mountain spotted fever. And Rocky Mountain spotted fever is a challenge because especially on the eastern half of Oklahoma, you're going to have high tick populations, high areas that can harbor a lot of tick populations in general, and you've got a lot of human contact. The other challenge is with the Lone Star tick. The Lone Star tick is the one with the white dot on its back. And it's a very aggressive tick, so if you're walking down a trail, it is going to try to get on you and to feed on you. They have identified other pathogens within the Lone Star tick, which include some of our new viruses that have been identified. One of those is Heartland virus. The other is bourbon virus. These are fairly new to the U.S. Within the past 5 years of being identified specifically in Oklahoma and in the central U.S. as being a tick-borne virus that has been transmitted. So the best thing you can do if you find a tick on you, and if it's attached, is to get yourself a pair of tweezers and just pull it out slowly. Do not yank that tick out. Do not try to put any kind of liquid, whether it's Vaseline, bleach, or alcohol on that tick. You want to pull it out, and then you want to put it in a little freezer bag and keep it. And if you start developing symptoms, you can go to your doctor then and say, okay, this particular tick was feeding on me. It's been so many days since it was fed on me. And that gives the doctor a lot of clues that really helps him out in his treatment protocols. Most ticks take several hours to attach and to begin feeding. So as far as transmitting pathogens, what we see again are on those individuals that may have had a tick on them but didn't necessarily pull that tick off until like maybe after 24 hours. If you go out into an area that has ticks and you find ticks on you and you pull it off that same day, we usually see a lower risk in tick-borne pathogens being transmitted onto you.